Alright guys, let's talk about priorities. But I just had this talk with my mom 2 weeks ago. Honestly, it's not like that. They shall not pass is a couple days away from hitting your doorstep for premium members. Exciting stuff, new experiences, and of course a new way to unlock weapons. If you do not know, war bonds are a thing of the past. I'm sorry, that was bad of me, apologies. But the cool part is now you have to complete a set of 2 tasks to unlock these weapons. Certain things like killing things or getting a certain amount of kills or headshots within a round. Little tasks like these to unlock these weapons. And I'm here to teach you kind of prioritize the top 5 list of guns that you need to unlock and what order you should prioritize them. So number 1 on the list, and though it's not the strongest out of the kit, it's the most valuable overall because it really does help. And this would be Zerebrola 1918. This is the new assault weapon. And the only reason I picked this over something like the Show or the RSC is because that it adds a certain depth, a certain range advantage over the rest of the available options in the assault category. And this is going to be important on maps like Rupture and a lot of these, even Assault. Some of those have more range than usual, and this is really going to benefit your gameplay at the start. So this one right here, this is Queen Thick. This is the booty that you want to look for. Thicker than Fog on Giant Shadow, man. This is the one. So realistically, it's not as strong as the RSC in my opinion, but it will be the most valuable asset. Now the downfall is the task that you have to complete to get there. Now you need 50 kills with the Automatico Factory. No big deal. Anybody can do that. Anybody. And you need to get 20 kills with the MP18 Optical. Headshot kills. Not just kills, headshot kills, which is hard to do. I would recommend getting on a smaller map like Operation Vo. Jump in there and tear that up. I was fortunate enough to get all 20 headshot kills in one game. But be warned, do not use this gun on open maps, the MP18 Optical, when unlocking it, because it shakes more than Jonah Hill on a roller coaster. You really do not want to deal with this, so don't put yourself through that frustration. You will get pissed and probably give up. Now, all the other guns are fairly easy to unlock. Second on my list that I would recommend would be the RSC. This one doesn't necessarily give anything to the kit in terms of value, but it's a very strong weapon. And this is a fun little tip, if you use a shovel with the weapon alongside it, you can actually put one close quarter shot into them, then clean it up with a shovel smack. It's pretty effective. It's a nice combo. Like if anyone just gets close to you, like comes right around the corner, hip fire and instantly melee, and it's a really dirty combination with this weapon. And only this weapon can give you that kind of satisfaction in terms of medic, because it does hit for 2-shot up to, I think it's 47 meters. I know it's at least 44. But it's a pretty long range for you to get a comfortable 2-shot to kill, and that's what makes the thing so strong. To the head, it can hit up to 90 damage. So it's got a lot of potential, and it's my personal favorite medic weapon now. Next on the list would be the Show. Now this one, a lot of people are fancy over. I feel like it's a little too inconsistent. Sometimes I can use the gun, and I feel like I can use it like a laser. Whether or not it's the telescopic or the low-weight variant, I don't really have a preference. Both of them are fairly slow rate of fire, so they're easy to manage long distance. It just comes down to preference, honestly. So the gun is very strong. I do not think it's going to replace the Madsen in terms of close quarters, and the MG15 suppressive is still king of the support meta. So this one really isn't toppling anything, but some people tend to favor it. With practice, and it will take practice, you can tame the beast and learn to use it properly. Next up on the list, and this is, in my opinion, the point in the video where we're stepping into territory that these are maybe not a priority for you to focus on because these guns are really not going to offer you too much. And next on the list, number 4, I would recommend you to unlock the Lobell. Now, the rifle is solid. Performance-wise, it's okay. The reload's not very good, and they have this animation, and I'm not sure if this is accidental or intentional, but the gun is pretty much unusable with K-bullets, and K-bullets are too essential for a sniper to not be able to use them properly. It takes about 5 to 6 seconds to load a K-bullet on this weapon, where something like the SMLE, it's only 3 seconds. So an SMLE can basically get 2 shots off with a K-bullet in the time that it takes you to get 1 off with this gun. And that is a drag. It's too much vulnerability, and it's not good. So unless that's fixed, I may not even bother unlocking the weapon, like, at all. That's too inconvenient. The reloads are single-fed as well instead of having 5 at a time. It's just statistically so similar to the SMLE, there's no real need to unlock this unless, of course, you want the sniper variant where you have the 5 to 10 magnification. That's the only edge that this gun really has, significant over something like the SMLE or a handful of the other weapons. Now, if we're going to be talking about the 5th and final, obviously the Inertial Shock Jet. This one is okay. It's only got 13 pellets. Mathematically, you have to have 12 of the 13 to hit to the body to even get a kill, so you are going to suffer from a few secondary follow-up shots. Now, it does have a good rate of fire to make it a little bit easier, but you really want to use a shotgun that's going to kill in one trigger pull and get the work done. That's what the Model 10 does. The M97 is really good at that. This gun's going to be a little less inconsistent, which means people are not going to use it, just like the 12G Auto. It can be a great gun, but if it doesn't do what those others do, people are not going to mess around with it. So I expect a lot of people to pass on this one as well. But that is my advice. Those are the things that I would teach you guys. So to prioritize in order, number one in your list should be the Lobell. And that's just because it adds so much to the assault class and it's going to help you on the new maps, especially when we're talking about range. And it's a pretty decent close quarter weapon. Not great, but decent. Then the RSC is going to add a lot of value to the medic category for those that like to play aggressive, but also like to sit in medium range and pick people off. Very strong weapon. 2-shot capable, and really good with that dirty combo I taught you. Next on the list, your choice of Show, neither of which are very hard to unlock. Pretty simple to do. You can do it in a game or two. And then Lobell or the Inertial, whichever you're looking for. Neither impressive, but hey, if you want them for your collection, go for it. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, stay tuned. I'm going to hit you guys with a whole bunch of content coming out on the 14th when this thing does drop for premium. So mark your calendars, wear your loose-fitting pants. It's going to be a fun time. See you then.